Okay.
Hello everybody and welcome back to JoyClicks. My name is Christian and today we are just under a month from the release of Marvel's Spider-Man from Insomniac Games, coming to the PlayStation 4 in early September. I cannot wait. If you followed JoyClicks for a while, you know I'm so excited for Spider-Man to get my hands on it, to get that sweet Spider-Man PS4 Pro, but there's still a lot we don't know about Spider-Man PS4 despite the countless interviews, gameplay breakdowns, and teases we've gotten over the past few years. So today I want to talk about a few questions we have regarding Spider-Man on the PlayStation 4. First off, we still have no confirmation or any real tease on who the character was at the end of the E3 demo. There was speculation, and what people assume to be true, the current running theory, is that it's Dr. Otto Octavius or Doc Ock. In breakdown videos based on the sound effects, people assumed it was Dr. Octopus, because it looks like they're leaning towards a Sinister Six or some variation of that comic book team. Doc Ock is a core member of the Sinister Six, so it would make sense to see him in here, especially since Norman Osborn looks to be older this time. He's a politician. It looks like they're shaking up his relationship with Peter, so I don't know if we're going to be getting a Green Goblin in the Sinister Six, so Doc Ock makes sense. But his reaction at the end of the trailer this year made me think that it might be someone he didn't expect to see, maybe someone he knows. In my head, I thought maybe it could be Iron Man or somebody he thinks of as an ally showing up. Maybe it's Harry Osborn and he's the Goblin we're getting in this game. I don't know, but we still have really no idea, and we're not going to have any idea until the game releases. Maybe this character is tied into the Collector's Edition statue that has still yet to be revealed, because Insomniac has said that the statue itself is a spoiler, and even on the box for the statue they recommend you don't open it until you beat the game. So it does seem like Insomniac has some surprises in store for us when it comes to what we're going to be doing, and characters we're going to be meeting, story events that are going to be happening. So it makes me think, is some big villain that everybody knows going to be in this game? Obviously Doc Ock is one, but now I want to talk about Venom. Will Venom be in the game in any capacity? Will he be teased? Will there be a side mission? Will the symbiote be in the game? We really don't know again. This is a Spider-Man who is 8 years into his career as Spidey. So it's curious to think about that in terms of, has he met Eddie Brock yet? Is there going to be some sort of back and forth? Has he already had the symbiote suit? Brian Intihar, in an interview with Game Informer, had a mixed reaction to the question of will Venom be in the game, really just saying Venom's a cool character. He did not confirm or deny if Venom would be in the game. There are several other interviews that make it seem like Venom is not going to be in Spider-Man this year, but there's still a potential of a tease, or even the fact that Insomniac is straight up lying to us. The core game, most likely from what I've seen of everything so far, seems like Mr. Negative and whoever this other character is from the end of the E3 demo break the Sinister Six out of the raft, and your job as Spider-Man is to put them all behind bars again and save New York. So if that is the core of the game and that's what we're going to be doing, it makes me think, if they want to do Venom, that doesn't really seem like it will fit in there, unless it is a side quest, or if it's a post-game mission. So the next thing I want to talk about is the post-game. Spider-Man is the next big open-world PlayStation exclusive, the previous two being God of War and Horizon Zero Dawn. Now both of these were vast open worlds that featured very great post-game content. I won't go into spoilers, but in the case of Horizon, after you beat the game, it placed you at your save before the last mission, allowing you to go out into the world, get all the collectibles, go do more side quests, and go for that sweet endgame armor that really was the driving force of the endgame. God of Wars was a bit more in-depth, as you were able to unlock more areas to visit, new challenges within those areas, as well as 9 optional boss fights. In the case of God of War, this was a very dense chunk of game time that I spent on my way towards the platinum in that game. It was comparable to the main quest, did take up a lot of time, and it was a lot of fun. So it makes me think, if Spider-Man is the next PlayStation open world video game, odds are they're going to have some sort of a post-game, whether that be more villains that we're not familiar with, maybe like C-tier villains showing up, maybe setting up a sequel, setting up more Marvel characters in this world and helping them out, or maybe we get some symbiote action, tease Venom for a sequel. I don't know, but I'm very hopeful, as I really would love to extend my playtime in Spider-Man with some awesome post-game content, or at least some great side quests that I can go to after I finish the main game. Insomniac has come out and said that they will be releasing post-game DLC for the game down the line, but we don't know the extent of what that content is going to be. Titled The City That Never Sleeps as part of the City That Never Sleeps initiative to keep players engaged in the game moving forward. In my head, The City That Never Sleeps makes me think that we're going to be getting continuous additions to this game. If it were my choice, I would lean towards what Hitman did with the elusive target system, where every week we had new Hitman targets to go after. They were only there for the weekend in certain areas in the map. You had requirements on how you had to assassinate them. You had one shot at them. If you failed, they were gone. Hitman really did a great job with extending the life of that game and keeping people coming back. It seems like they might be taking a Hitman-style approach with the City That Never Sleeps initiative, as the first installment in this DLC is called The Heist, where Spider-Man is going to be stopping Black Cat robbing a bank in the city. There's not many details to go off of. We can only speculate if we're going to be playing as Spider-Man or as Black Cat, but Brian Intihar did say that they are going to be adding a new villain, new storyline, new missions, and new suits to each expansion for the City That Never Sleeps initiative. I think this is a great idea. Like I said, it worked very well for Hitman, and I would just love to see more and more Spider-Man content get rolled in as time goes on. And lastly, the biggest question on pretty much everybody's mind right now, especially after that new launch gameplay teaser the other day, is Miles Morales going to be a playable character at some point in this game? We've already learned that we are going to be playing Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and Mary Jane over the course of this game, and from the looks of it, we may be getting Miles in that trio of characters as well. The Comic-Con trailer showed Miles working with Spider-Man and MJ as a team, and if Insomniac wants to give us control of Mary Jane at some points in the story, why stop there? Spider-Man has one of the best cast of supporting characters in the business, so it would be a huge waste of potential to not take advantage of all those characters. Potential story spoilers here, but some keen eyes have found Daily Bugle headlines within the game, seeing that Spider-Man may go missing for a period of time, so maybe we see Miles step in here. That alongside with the line of this new recent trailer with Spidey saying, "Hey kid, leave the dangerous stuff to the professionals," Miles coming back with what happens when there's none around. It seems like they're setting something up. Miles is a huge new Marvel character that has really come into his own over the past few years, so seeing him alongside of his new film later this year get some spotlight in Spider-Man on the PS4, I'd be really happy to see that. But regardless, I'm non-stop thinking about everything I'm going to be doing in Spider-Man PS4 when I get my hands on it in just a few weeks. But now I want to talk to all of you guys. My mind is racing with all these possibilities, so I want to hear what you have to say. What do you think of the way Insomniac is handling DLC? Because I'm a huge fan of this approach, actually. I really want to see it come to fruition. And most importantly, do you think we're gonna get to swing around New York as Miles Morales? Comment down below and let me know what you think. But if you're new to JoyClicks, be sure to subscribe so you never miss any of my content moving forward. But with all of that being said, thank you all for watching, good vibes and good game.